Looks like you're nice and snug in this ditch, huh? You comfy here or what? Uh-huh. Well, do you have someone that's on the way to help? You hurt or anything? I see. Yeah, that curve always likes to make a slippery patch. Every winter, I swear. Well, if you have no one coming to pick you up, I'll offer to help you get the car out once this wind dies down. For now, a freeze warning just came through on the radio. You don't want to be caught up in all that, so I'll offer my couch instead. Can't have a stranger die on my property. Kinda stuff freaks out the locals, you know? Wind's not getting any better. If you're smart, you'll get out of that car before you get buried. Would you look at that snowdrift? I marked which tree your car was closest to, so we won't lose it. We will have to unbury it, though. Here's your drink. It's hot. Careful. Aren't you glad you got out of that car? It's damn bitter cold out. I don't know how you managed to stay out here for so long without asking for help. My driveway was a short walk away, and believe it or not, this happens a lot. Every time a storm comes through, yep. You'd think they'd send someone out from the city, but being so far out means it's the furthest down on the priority list. Maybe in the next 20 years they'll give a shit. Doubt it, but hey, a little wishful thinking never hurts, right? It's still pretty hot. Try not to burn yourself. If anything, the stew might have cooled down by now. It was simmering in the pot for a while. Happy I made a bigger batch today than normal. Oh, yeah, I make this all the time. It's easy to get it into a thermos and into my work bag. Has everything a lady could want. Protein, carbs, and veg. And it keeps warm well for when I decide to take a bit of time for lunch. Oh, my lunches aren't really scheduled or anything. It's more of a when the time feels right, when the flow of the day allows, you know? One of the things you get used to over time. I always had thought when I was younger that loggers and lumberjacks all took a break at noon, sitting around a fire, cooking meat and drinking cider, but it's not necessarily the case. Especially when I go out for solo scouting and perimeter checks. Of course. Yeah, when you have so much land around you, you gotta make sure you check it out every now and again, right? There's a lot to look out for, but I like to see what sorts of animals are hanging around mostly. I have my regulars, a family of deer that likes to wander around back. There's some beavers down by the river, too. And if you look out that window, you might be able to see the birds hanging out near the feeder. I like to make sure they have something out there, just in case. Then again, the wind is howling. Poor little guys are probably holed up somewhere trying to stay warm. Worried especially about the resident cardinal. Fanny's an older bird, so she's not as fast as the rest, but she's sweet. She likes to get right up close at the window ledge and say hi. Yeah, I actually do name them all. Martha and Deegan are the main deer that I see around. They had a fawn last spring, named her Lucy. She's a cute little thing. Showed up one day and was hopping around the back. It was really cute. The beavers that I pass are Jack and Ennis. They usually like to stay near their broke-down dam at the back of the mountain. Alright, those two. I'm sure there's more, but I don't see them up that close. Not like I do with them. Oh, there's definitely more. I had a bear get real close a couple years back. That's why we have the electric fence now. You can kind of see it around the property. The corner right there. Yeah. I've always kept garbage neat and tidy, but I like the extra insurance. Nope. Haven't seen him around since that day. Probably wandered a bit farther than normal, saw there was nothing for him, and headed right back. Doesn't always end that way, but I'm glad that's how it worked. I don't mean to scare you with all the bear talk. Trust me, there's plenty about living here that makes all those risks worth it. I already mentioned the animals, but seeing the mountains during all the different seasons is pretty great. There's always something new to look at. A new tree growing, new wildflower popping up in the fields, and it's a damn nice view. I mean, aside from the weather being the way it is right now, it's gorgeous once spring comes in. I'll have friends and coworkers over for a cookout and a campfire every now and again. Speaking of campfires, I'd better throw another log on. Days like these always take a bit more to stay warm. You feeling warm enough? There's a quilt behind you if you need. It's nice, isn't it? The neighbor down the road's wife made it for me when I moved in. Sweet lady. And she makes one hell of a quilt. That thing will get you through just about anything with how warm it is. Lord knows how she managed to make it so damn tough yet so comfortable. Now then. My tum is filled with warm cider and stew. I'm ready for a nap. What? There isn't much else to do now, right? Unless maybe you want to go on a quick nature walk? Head out and grab a quick drink, maybe? Yeah, that's what I thought. Scooch over, make some room. What do you mean, no? This is my house. More importantly, that's my favorite blanket. Move your ass over. See? Wasn't so hard, was it? Now we can both nap under the warmest blanket in the world. Why are you so against napping? It's one of life's greatest pleasures. I'm not tired. Sure. Yeah, there's a reason animals hibernate in this kind of weather, and I'll be damned if I miss out. What am I doing? Easy? Helping you get tired? It shouldn't be too hard considering you're bundled up next to a fire. Now all you gotta do is chill out. Deep breaths, that sort of thing. I'm a bit different. When I can't sleep, I do an ancient elf ritual. Knocks me out right away. Better than melatonin, let me tell you. Dude, what? Yeah, I am, look. How did you not notice the ears? I guess I did have them covered up when I went to check on you outside. That's on me. Oh, yeah, sure, you can pull on them. Only if I can pull on yours first. Right. Maybe that would teach you not to ask dumb questions. Anyway, yes, the ears are real. I fell into lumber work about 5 years ago. I haven't looked back since. That doesn't mean I still don't know some traditional elven stuff. Rituals, sacred practices. And while they weren't my thing, I still caught on the common sense ones. Yep, The one that helps with sleep is pretty easy. In concept, you gather negativity over time, and through a ritual, you're able to clean your mind of it using a few special tools. Elves practice this specific ritual using their ears, since it's like the easiest way to reach your mind. It puts you in a really comfortable mood, and most of the time makes you tired after. I have some tools if you want to try. I keep them on my side table. I like to nap here often, so I watch out the window and keep them close. And here they are. Get a load of these little guys. Pretty neat, huh? Yep, I actually carved the handle of this one. I got bored one night at a bonfire and spent a couple hours on it. Then from there I worked on it whenever I had time. It turned out pretty nice, I think. If you want, you can hold this one while I get to work on this one. Just don't get too excited. The whole point is to get you feeling tired. I just gotta smooth my hands along your ears, kinda like this. This pretty much just preps your ears and helps you chill. You're not nearly as freaked out as you were before, but it feels wrong messing with the order of things, you know? Plus, I mean, it feels nice. So, what's the harm? There we go. And why omit it when we're already done? It's super quick. Easy. Now, I just gotta find my tools. Where the fuck did I put the... Oh. There they are. Honestly, sometimes people think this is ticklish, so it'll take a bit to adjust, but ultimately you'll get used to it. Just try not to move too much. Because if you move, it makes it harder for me. And if you make it harder for me, I might as well push you off my lap and sleep on the couch myself. Watch it. This one kind of feels like it's a bit worse, so I'm gonna focus on this one a little bit. Yeah, looks like you got some stuff kind of stuck right here. Oh, I got it, I got it. And there we go. What did I say about moving? Don't do that. I'm trying to help you, dog. Just let me do what I gotta do. There we go. Yeah, that one looks good. What's going on over here? Rough. Okay. That's fine. Totally fine. Just go ahead and two birds, one stone it. Sticking there. Gross. That's alright. It happens. No shame. looks a lot better. And double check over here. Yep, looks good, looks good. And more, oh, yeah, like right there. I'm like just kind of hiding in the crevices, you know? But I gotcha. And there we are. Looks much better. See? Not bad, right? Sure beats shivering in your car. There. Hopefully it won't be nearly as bad tomorrow. I heard on the radio it was supposed to calm down. If that's the case, I'll help you get unburied and pushed out of that ditch. No. I don't really mind helping people out. Like I said before, it's not their fault that the roads, they just suck here. And honestly, it's nice having company every now and again, especially during the off seasons. Shakes things up a bit. And who else would I share my stew with? Yeah, right. Didn't think of that. But that's alright. I got a couch, you need a place to stay. As far as I'm concerned, we're just helping each other out. It's not a big deal. There we go. Alright, how does that feel? Pretty good? That's good. Finish up your tea. I'm heading to sleep. Yeah, I'm still tired myself. Don't get any weird ideas. I'm not cuddling you. Yeah, I can feel your foot touching me, that's why I say that. Don't do that. Well, if your feet are cold, I can get you a pair of socks. Yeah, I have really warm ones. Fuzzy on the inside. Got little bears on them too, they're really cute. What, you have a thing against cute socks? Even if they're really warm? That's stupid. That's a stupid thing to care about. Are your feet cold or not? Yeah, okay. Alright. You should be fine under the blanket anyway. But, shut up. I want to go to sleep. If you get hungry again, I'll make something else. Or you can just take more stew. Yeah, it's on the stove. Maybe I should have left you in your car. Anyway, good night. I don't care if I'm going to sleep for the night or not. You just say goodnight when you go to sleep. Oh my god. You're something else. You know that? Whatever. I'm not answering you anymore. Good night.